Welcome to Managing for Profit, a content partnership with Channel Brand Seed on Brownfield. I'm Megan Vreugdenhil. With us today is Channel Technical Agronomist Tyler Vreugdenhil. Good afternoon or hello. Welcome to Commodity Classic 2024.
Yes, thank you so much. Excited to be here.
So this is kind of the big show before the start of planting season. As you talk about preparing for 2024 and the growing season ahead, what are some things that growers need to know?
So the first thing that comes to mind from being from Nebraska and being in the West is precipitation and moisture. So that's one thing that we're continuing to look at and continuing to hope for, is that we get some timely rains. We have some decent snowfall amounts, but it has turned dry and unseasonably warm. So really making sure what our soil moisture profile is looking like, and then continuing to meet with your local seed pro and your local technical agronomist to really finalize those seeding plans, whether that's planting populations and just making your final preparations for spring 2024.
As you look at the precipitation issue, and it's been dry, there's red flag warnings popping up all around the middle of the country. What does that indicate in terms of maybe some changes that need to happen at planting time and some things that growers need to think about?
This can mean a couple different things, and again, some things like looking at different planting depths, making sure we're getting into moisture and getting that seed consistently germinating so we can get a consistent, even germination and emergence for those plants, which is critical for yield potential, are some things that we really want to make sure we're assessing close to planting time, and if we need to make those necessary changes on our management plan.
Let's talk about pest pressure. That's one thing you and I have talked about all preparing for this growing season. What are some pests that you're most concerned about?
When I think about Nebraska, and in particular the West, corn rootworm is one that comes to the top of mind for a lot of producers. And thankfully, we with the Channel brand have some excellent trait options to look at with SmartStax Pro and then BT4 Pro in helping combat that pest from a corn trait standpoint. Another one is Western bean cutworm that we talk about in the West as well. Depends seasonally on what that looks like in terms of pressure, but we also offer the Tricepta trait package, which couples with the RNAi trait in VT4 Pro to give us not only corn rootworm control, but also great control on Western bean cutworm and corn earworm.
Tyler, as we talk about, let's focus specifically on corn rootworm, that billion-dollar bug. How do growers know if they have a problem? How will they know?
So a couple different ways. Obviously, working with your local channel seed pro is going to be critical in understanding what kind of pressure you have and historically how high those pressures have been. They're going to be able to tell you if you've had things like root lodging problems in the past, which is historically done by the corn rootworm larvae. And then if you've had experience walking your fields in past years, how many adults you've seen on those corn plants, and if they've had silk clipping effects on and then reducing your yield potential with that being a problem. So working locally with your channel seed pro, they're going to help you understand historically what those pressures have been, and then coupling that with the advice of your technical agronomist, they'll be able to help you make a plan what traits you should have on those acres, whether that's a moderate to high pressure in a corn rootworm situation or if it's a low to moderate. And we at Channel have those trait options available for all those types of scenarios and have you covered for corn rootworm protection.
When you take a look at making those plans, you mentioned working with your Channel Seed Pro. What are some things that they're going to be able to talk about in terms of that new trait technology and how it can work for growers?
Yes, that's a great question, and one that I love to talk about. And agronomy is local. We say that again and again. So your local channel seed pro is going to know what those pressures look like and what trait options are going to fit those acres best. So SmartStax Pro bringing 3 modes of action for corn rootworm below ground, one of those being our RNAi patented technology, and then also the VT4 Pro technology also bringing 2 modes of action, but one of those being our RNAi technology. So whether it's a low to moderate pest environment situation that you've historically seen on those fields, or if it's a moderate to high pressure, they're going to be able to prescribe what trait package is going to make the most sense for that acre.
Tyler, as you look ahead to 2024, what are you most excited about talking and working for those farmers to work with their channel seed pros about in the coming year?
Man, it's too much to pick from, I think, in some cases. We've got a lot of excitement around the channel brand. Again, offering a totally new portfolio of seed products to be able to select from in corn and soybeans. So as I always say, make sure you're getting out, walking those plots. It's wonderful to have those products that we always love to use and we know fit that operation, but it's also equally important to make sure we're walking those local plots with our channel seed pro and our channel technical agronomist to know what's the next product that's going to fit my farm.
What's the best way for farmers to find out more information?
Yeah, great question. So easiest way, go on channel.com, find your local channel seed pro, and make sure you get hooked up with them, and they'll be able to point you in the right direction.
Tyler, great to see you. Thank you for a wonderful Managing for Profit season.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciated it.
I'm Megan Grebner with Managing for Profit, a content partnership with Channel Brand Seed on Brownfield.